Well, there you are. Good day, mates. It's Tori, the Theme Explorer. Are you ready for another exciting adventure in Themeland? Well, ready or not, here we go. The last time we explored Themeland, we learned that there are 8 common themes in children's stories. Do you remember what they were? Well, let's see. We talked about friendship, acceptance, appreciation, responsibility, courage, perseverance, honesty, and cooperation. Good job if you remembered some of those themes. But we also talked about how important it is to watch characters carefully. And when we're watching characters, we're watching what they say, do, think, and feel. Well, today we're going to begin our discussion on how we watch characters and what exactly we're watching for. And what we're watching for is called signposts. Say that word with me, signposts. Just like a signpost in the forest tells you to go this way or that way, a signpost in the story shows you that something very important is happening. Now, the first signpost we want to talk about so that you see them when it happens in a story is called contrasts and surprises. A contrast is when one thing is very different from another, just like day is a contrast to night. Now, in stories, we want to watch for characters that are doing contrasting things. So maybe a character is doing one thing for a while, and then all of a sudden, in contrast, they start to do something else. And we call this a contrast or a surprise because something very different started happening. And every time we see a contrast, we want to stop and think. And we want to ask ourselves, why would the character act or feel that way? What made them change their mind and start doing something totally different? The other kind of contrast we often see in stories is when one group of characters is acting one way and then another character is acting totally different. We call that difference a contrast as well. So one group of characters might be doing one thing, but then there's this one other character that's doing something different. When we see that kind of contrast, we also want to stop and think and ask ourselves, what's the difference and why is this character acting differently from all the rest? So, be on the lookout for contrasts anytime you notice something different, either in how one character is acting or in how groups of characters are acting differently from each other. All right? Happy contrast hunting. Goodbye.